This morning I felt like the entire world was ending and going to fall in. This afternoon, surprisingly, the sky is still up and I'm still here, and the darn thing just kept on turning and everything feels like it might be a little bit more alright than it was this morning. So that's just to let you know that I spent the entire morning curled up in this tiny corner with my rollers in and no makeup and feeling awful, and now I have a cute little curly fringe and I've managed to make some progress in my day and I feel a lot better, so hopefully you can too. Is the kitchen immaculate? No, but I bet yours isn't either, so let's all be understanding of one another. Hello, this needs to be higher. Are you kidding me? Much better. So the living room currently looks how I feel, so we are filming in here today. Yesterday sucked. I know that every cloud has a silver lining and that we should, you know, positive outcomes only and have courage and be kind and all of that. But yesterday sucked. It really, really did. Oh, I've got powder on my skirt. That's annoying. Oh, people coming outside. Why? So yes, yesterday wasn't great. And today is much better. As you can probably see in the difference from the very subdued me of yesterday and the me of today, I'm doing much better now. Thanks for asking. But no, I think, you know, everyone is probably not doing fantastic right now, so I thought I'd make another one of these sort of rambly videos with some of my nuggets of wisdom about dealing with the future. I don't like thinking about the future in any sort of cohesive, actual way. I think about the future like 5 years from now, when I hope I will have a flat or a house and a little pink car and a thriving social life and maybe romance, but I'm not really, you know, sold on that yet. I'm not sure. Maybe, it would be nice. But I don't like thinking about 6 months from now because, you know, those are the things that I actually have to do stuff for, and that's terrifying. I know that also trying to make plans right now is like trying to... I don't even know what it's like. There's no words for what trying to make plans right now is like. It's just a bit of a nightmare. So that makes things even scarier. Basically, I'm trying to sort out my life, and yesterday everything just got a bit on top of me, and repressing negative emotions, it turns out, does absolutely nothing but cause all of those emotions to bottle up, so that at some point you will spend like 3 hours sat in a corner unable to do much of anything and feeling a bit sorry for yourself. And you know what, some days that is a perfectly valid thing that you just kind of need to do and get out of the way. The sooner you have the breakdown, the sooner you can build yourself back up. Or at least that's how I'm choosing to look at it. So yes, I've had the breakdown. Now what are we going to do? Well, now that I'm in a part of the country that is in the illustrious Tier 4, thanks UK government, it's kind of hard for me to deal with stress, as most of my things that I do to de-stress are like going places and seeing people, neither of which I can do right now. So instead I'm trying to do more of these. Movement. I love dancing, I absolutely do. I really love a good dance. I've done musical theatre my whole life and dancing is something I really enjoy. So I dance in my kitchen every evening. If you saw my September vlog, tentatively in this corner, you will have seen that I dance a lot in my kitchen. I do technique stuff, I just dance around, I move my body to my favourite music, and I do what makes me feel good. Hi Dad, what doing? Oh, he's lost something. I also sing, partly because it is hopefully going to be my profession someday, so I need to keep up my technique and my stamina and my breath support, which is, singers who haven't sung seriously for performances in a while will know how quickly your breath support goes. So that's something I'm having to build up again. But I also sing because it releases so many endorphins and it makes me feel so good. Especially in a really echoey room like this one, it's just ace. Okay, hear me out. This one might sound a little bit weird. You know those charming, very light wartime books about like a plucky group of women just trying to make it through the war, and whenever anything happens, like a bomb drops in their house, they're always weirdly chipper about it and they're like, we always hated those curtains anyway, it's fine. And like everything that happens, they seem to just be able to take it on the chin and keep moving forward with the support of their steadfast, plucky group of friends. Try thinking about life as if you were one of those women. No, seriously. I know that everything is so scary right now, but honestly, reading about a world in which literal bombs are dropping from the sky and people are still strangely optimistic kind of infects me with a similar level of spirit. I like to try and be as optimistic as possible at all times, and sometimes, obviously, that is not possible or it is pretty darn hard. So putting myself in the mindset of someone like that, I think is really helpful. Just get the wartime spirit going, guys. Give it a go, honestly. See how it makes you feel. I'm slowly cutting off all of the circulation to my bottom leg. How long can this last? Just do stuff. I know, you're probably sat there going, well, duh, Rianne, do you think I would really be sat here watching a YouTube video if I had the power to just do stuff? But you do, this is the thing. We all have the power to just do stuff. We let anxiety and self-doubt and fear stop us a lot of time from doing things we are perfectly capable of. And I'm not talking about like running a half marathon, although if you want to do that, then don't let me be pessimistic, you know, you go do that, I'm sure you'll be amazing. I'm talking about things like applying for a job, applying for a university theatre course that you want so badly it kind of makes you want to vomit through your eyeballs. Relatable? Just do stuff. Send in the application, message somebody asking for a reference, put that video on YouTube that you think is horribly edited but you want to have a go anyway. Just do stuff. Start that crochet pattern, start that gardening allotment. Start it today, because there's no reason really why you can't start it today. Unless you're missing vital materials, you can. I know that we are all so guilty of putting stuff off until tomorrow. I do this all the time, believe me, but you can just do it now. I was really inspired by, I was watching a video, an old video of Rachel Maxey's, who is one of my favourite creators, and she had a little notebook that says, if not now, when? And I was just sat there yesterday, filling in this application, doing this personal statement, and I was like, you know what? That's kind of true. Like, if I'm not going to do it now, then when am I going to do it? I'm never going to be more ready. I'm never going to feel more capable, because there's always going to be that flicker of fear. So if I can do this anyway, then I'll be proving something to myself. We are always more capable and more amazing than we give ourselves credit for. And yes, this sitting position is as uncomfortable as it looks, can you tell? I got a group cup for Christmas. At the end of the day, most of the time, the worst thing that can happen is just that people say no. I know that the fear of rejection is huge and crippling, but, you know, the universe is vast and kind of like meaningless, and I mean that in the most comforting way possible. I find great comfort in that. Like, the universe 1,000 years from now isn't going to look back and say, remember that one thing Rianne did when she was 12? It's not going to look back and say, oh my gosh, remember when she asked that person for that thing and they said no? So those things don't really matter in the grand scheme of things. The no's aren't the important part of your story. They can be a really big motivating factor, you know? They said no and I did it anyway. Or they can guide you towards things that you do actually want to do. Either way, doing things, going out on a limb and pushing yourself will either lead to success, momentary failure and then success, or pushing you in a new path towards something you really want to do and success. See? At the end of the day, YOLO. I know it's overused, I know it's a bit of a meme at this point, but it's true. You do only live once, and trying to make your life as cool as it can be in whatever form that takes for you is the most important thing. Do not live for other people's comfort and happiness and vision of what they think your life should be. Live for you. Live to make yourself happy, even if it's not what other people want for you. And that doesn't always mean, you know, going for really, really massive things that people don't think you should go for. Maybe it can mean going for smaller things than people expect. If something makes you truly, truly happy and it makes you feel fulfilled, then it's no one's place to say whether you should be doing it or not. Do take criticism, but like with a little pinch of salt. Hear people and then use your own judgment to decide what's best for you, because at the end of the day, you know your own heart and soul better than anyone else ever can. And that is all from me today. I just like sticking my leg up places. Whoop! In conclusion, I know everything is scary right now and I can't promise you when it's going to get better, but as everyone keeps reminding me in my lowest moments, everything is going to work out. Things have a funny way of managing to kind of be okay in the end, and we just have to remember until then to have courage and be kind, and remember that all of our dreams can come true, and we do have to just keep pushing for them, and one day we'll be standing wondering why we ever doubted ourselves in the first place. So that is all from me. I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful December and a happy new year. Terrifying. And I hope that this made you feel a little bit better if you're having a little bit of a hard time right now. So I love you all so very much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! From this lighting is how nice my makeup is today. Do you like it? And the little curly fringe thing I've managed to get. Super cute, super cute.